All right, let's jump right into this. We've got a pretty significant news brief today, all about a new development where artificial intelligence meets social impact. So here's the headline. A brand new AI initiative is officially launching, and this one is built from the ground up specifically for the nonprofit sector.
And that sounds great, but it immediately raises a huge question. What does this actually mean for the organizations that are out there on the front lines, the ones tackling some of the biggest problems we face?
To understand that, we first have to look at who's behind this. This isn't just another tech tool being thrown over the fence. It's a really focused educational effort, and it's aimed squarely at what they call mission-driven teams.
The whole thing is a partnership between two pretty major players. On one side, you have Anthropic, which is a big name in AI safety and research. And on the other, you've got GivingTuesday, which is, of course, that huge global movement all about generosity. So right away, you see this is a really interesting pairing of cutting-edge tech with deep on-the-ground knowledge of the nonprofit world.
So that brings us to the why. What's the real motivation here? Why this initiative and why now?
Well, it really all starts with this one core belief that nonprofits aren't just doing some nice work on the side. They are on the absolute front lines dealing with humanity's most important and, frankly, most difficult challenges.
And because they have that critical role, the whole argument is that they need something better than just generic, off-the-shelf tech. They deserve, and this is a great quote, AI that's built for their reality. So this isn't about trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. It's about designing a tool that understands their unique world.
So how are they going to do that? Well, it's not just about handing out software licenses. The real heart of this initiative is educational. It's all built around a new way of thinking they call AI fluency.
And what they mean by AI fluency is really key. This has nothing to do with learning how to code. Nope. It's about building the confidence and the intentionality to use AI well. It's about understanding what it can do, and just as important, what it can't do.
To get people there, they've structured the whole learning process around something called the 4D framework. Think of it like a roadmap, a clear step-by-step path designed to take these teams all the way from just being curious about AI to using it with real confidence.
Okay, so the framework and fluency, those are the big ideas. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's talk about the practical, day-to-day stuff.
This is where the rubber really meets the road. The course dives straight into the core functions of a nonprofit. We're talking about things like making grant writing less painful, making donor communications more effective, simplifying all that program reporting, and actually making sense of the data you collect. These are real-world applications for immediate impact.
And here's the golden rule that runs through every single part of this. Every tool, every technique, every bit of analysis has to be done with one thing in mind, keeping the organization's core mission right at the very center of it all.
And that leads us to what might just be the most important piece of this whole thing. It's not just about using a tool, it's about teaching a whole new way to think about technology. And here is that critical distinction. See, most of the time, the question about new tech is, when can this help us be more efficient? This program pushes teams to ask a very different and much harder question, whether we should even use it in this situation. It's a huge shift from just focusing on technical capability to focusing on ethics and mission.
So when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple idea. The goal isn't just to get nonprofits to use AI. The real goal is to empower their teams to use it with confidence in their own abilities and with total clarity about why they're using it.
And this whole thing leaves us with a much bigger question to think about, right? As AI gets more and more powerful as a tool for social good, how do we, all of us, make sure it's always serving humanity's best interests first? That's the challenge. Thanks for tuning in.